Deep Stories.
Indeed. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little game called Deep Stories. This game contains jump scares, loud noises, gore, and blood. That's nice. Nice little laundry list of spookaliciousness. That means something is well qualified to be around here. Right then, so, yes, welcome to this very confusing game. I say it's confusing because when it starts up, it opens a kind of a launcher where you can choose to either play the game or quit the game, which is a bizarre thing for a little indie game off Itch.io to do. But, is this a loading screen or am I involved with this? No, now we've actually reached the menu. Right. The reason that it confused me, because it starts in this little launcher, which was just a little window that you couldn't full screen. So I switched over to the recording setup for windowed games, which is different to the one for full screen games. And then I pressed the play button. Then it opened the command window, for reasons I fail to understand. I don't see why that's relevant. And then actually started the game proper-like, which confused the living hell out of me, but never mind. Let me get on with the game. Here are some nice credits of nice people. Right. So, yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this little game. Which apparently has some sort of murderous old muppet in it, who, likes to film things. So that should be, lots of good fun. Along with his movie making, he likes making funkalicious music. At least I presume it's a he. I don't think it's very controversial to say that murderers are usually men. Press E to get out of bed. I'm not in bed. I just disconnected my mouse ever so slightly. I've pressed E. Did I wake up? Why do I sleep in an elevator? Why do I have such an ugly bit of carpet? Alright, go to your apartment, number 39. Okay, then. Can I go in any of the other apartments? I don't believe so. I can zoom. I can zoom! I can do that, but I can't much do anything else. Is there anything else? No, there's just a few other doorways, none of which seem to be interactable. Alright, let us go inside the little apartment and see what we find. Finally, I am home. I am exhausted. Indeed, I better have a little sit down on my corduroy couch, which is a new one, I must say. Shall I watch a bit of television? Presumably not. Judging by the thickness of the television, we're not in any modern period of time. And also by the fact that there seems to be an original PlayStation down there as well. Right, turning the volume on my speakers literally as high as they will go, I can hear a vague sound coming out of that, but it seems to be too distorted to actually discern human speech out of it. But, alright. I see they're getting really GDPR compliant with their TV productions and not revealing not revealing the identities of the people in their programs. Right then. Am I the only person? This is a massive hole in the design of the shower, in the sense that there's no hole for the water to run away from. But never mind, I'm not a plumber. I'm not an interior designer, otherwise I wouldn't have chosen this salmon pink little stall thing. Alright, do I need to eat some bread? Some absolutely tiny bread. Absolutely tiny bread for making little sandwiches for mice. Alright then, fair enough. I don't think I can do anything. I don't think I'm particularly hungry. May I have some cereal? No, which I seem to be eating out of a dog bowl, rather strangely, but never mind. Never mind, I'll just leave all of the doors open for reasons I don't understand, mainly laziness. And we can look at some nice, high-quality looking posters. And a little xenomorph? Hello, little xenomorph, hope you're doing well today. Please don't come to life in the night and murder me. Or lay your eggs in my face, or whatever it is that those creatures do. Let's stop with the dalliances and actually get into bed, which, to be honest, is where most of life's dalliances occur. So perhaps I'm talking rubbish. Wouldn't be the first time on this channel I've done that, would it? So you know. Right. 3 a.m. What is going to happen at 3 in the morning? Is a murderer going to invade my home? Well, not a great deal seems to be happening. Eric Scott, this seems to be me. You've got to be kidding me. Who's knocking at the door at this hour? I don't know, I can't hear them. Have I gone deaf? Presumably. Maybe that's why I couldn't hear the television earlier. Maybe I'm just going mad. You know what, I should probably turn the television off. Oh, I can't turn the television off. Oh, goodness. What a pickle. I'm going to run up the electricity bill. A VHS tape. Who left it here? I don't know. Why didn't they put it through my letterbox? I must say, Blockbuster, I approve of their home delivery system, but I'm getting a little bit annoyed that they, they don't understand how to use letterboxes. Alright. Put it in the VHS player. Right. No more news for us. We must have an invisible barrier here that you don't want me to pass. Alright. What's that? Somebody taped my apartment. Must be some sort of stupid prank. Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly a hilarious prank, is it? But then when was the last time a prank was hilarious? The answer to that question is never. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not seeing any sneaky little pranksters. I'm going to go back to bed because I'm old and deaf. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to go straight back to sleep. Because this seems like the reasonable thing to do with my afternoon. And by afternoon, I mean wee hours of the morning. This game gets suspiciously quiet at times. Scarily quiet. Alright. Now that we can actually get out of bed at a far more respectable hour, we can see what's happened. I do find myself wondering whether I had any sleep. Actually get up, to be honest. I think we've done enough sleeping for a while. I do find myself wondering whether I had any choice there. Did I have a sort of a choice of going down the corridor and potentially meeting some sort of murderous maniac? I certainly don't have any choice about it right now because there's an invisible barrier here. Yes, did I have a choice about going to bed or not? Allow me to make some cereal. First the stuff and then the milk, I think. Oh no, not the milk. No, we're not eating it with milk. We're just eating it directly out of the bowl. We might as well just open the box and chug it. Fair enough. Something to do. I have eaten. Now I must go to work. Take the elevator to work. Oh, alright then, that's going to be a little bit difficult because I think the elevator is quite large and also built into the superstructure of the building. Maybe not. I still can't turn this off? No, I really do not care about the polar bears, do I? Alright, fine. I'll burn electricity if you so desire. I keep forgetting whether you're supposed to use click or E to interact with these things, but never mind. I'll wobble down the corridor and we'll see what sort of wonderful job I have. Hours later. I was going to say whether a lot of time is going to pass, because it would be extremely rare for somebody to get murdered at 9 in the morning. I don't know what it is about murderers, but they tend to be night owls. That would at least be my experience of the old murderous muppets that they are. I do find it odd that we don't lock this, but never mind. And yep, this has been on all day, and finally I've had the common sense to turn the infernal thing off. Alright, still the same old ugly mug as ever, no surprises there. Everything seems perfectly suitable here. I don't think any of my little people have bread. No, because all the bread is stored in the kitchen. I don't know what I'm doing making so many absolutely pathetic jokes today, but don't you worry about any of crying. I scared the chicken. Scared the chicken goojons off me. I do sincerely apologise. There's a small bug crawling across my keyboard at the moment, and it's frightened me. Come along, little bug. Get on top of this bit of paper, and I'll just take you outside later. Right. There's little bug. There's little bug on here. Never mind, little bug. You sit there for a minute, and just as soon as I'm done getting axed in the face by a maniac, then I'll take you outside and I'll put you in the garden. Right then. These young ragamuffins, these whippersnappers that keep knocking on my door in the middle of the night. What idiots. They're supposed to be knocking on my own face in the middle of the night. Another tape? Indeed. A bloody VHS. Yeah, bloody indeed, isn't it? Just a bloody nuisance if you ask me. Oh, I can't shut this? Oh, I can't shut this. Thank you very much. Alright. Let's see what this one's all about. Did this person film me as I went to work? Did they do something creepy? Not really. They're just sort of fallen over a bit. Oh, goodness! Is that a head? A person on the side. Indeed. They have been being mischievous. Check. Go check outside the apartment. I might call the police, you know. Ah, hello, Mr. Camera. I just shut this door. That way I can at least get my arse glued to the door and my head broken through the door, which is a hell of an experience. Never mind, that was not supposed to happen. Secondary bug occurred. Never mind. Is it time to get axed in the face? I think the answer to the question is yes. Is that quite it? Yes. Oh dear. I don't know. It was a simple word. I rather enjoyed that in its own silly way. Right then, I have a small bug to deal with now who has transferred themselves into this pen. Right, let us have small cameo from small bug. There is small cameo from small bug. Hello, small bug. I shall take you to the garden now. Well, thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to the little bug as well for joining us as well. Always nice to have additional cameos from other fine fellows. So, yes, I rather enjoyed that. It was a little bit silly. It was a little bit simple, but it was sort of fun. Sort of slightly unusual and unique design of the bad guy with a sort of sack over his head, a bit of a scarecrow vibe to him, but another night. It was quite simple, a bit silly, but I rather enjoyed it. Hope you did as well. Goodbye now.